So you're joining me just after Rebecca has gone back to work from lunch. We had really nice lunch actually. When I say really nice, it wasn't healthy or anything, but it was nice. It was one of those cheap chicken burgers that you can get from the frozen aisle with some Peronaise sauce, some processed cheese, and a Warburton's roll. So like a really cheap chicken burger. But it was nice. I don't know why. Sometimes those kinds of lunches really hit the spot. So yeah, it was a good thing. Plus, it meant I've saved a little bit of money by making my own lunch for a change. Um, I've now got to get on with a bunch of mundane, boring stuff, such as listing stuff on our website and eBay, sorting through stuff, and then listing that stuff onto our website and eBay. And at the same time, obviously, I've got to keep an eye on the shop floor, which you can just see back there. It's a nice sunny day, actually, so it's been quite busy in terms of footfall. And it being a Friday and in the summer holidays, the high street is a bit busier than it normally is. So hopefully, we should have a good day of sales as long as it continues as it has done so far this morning. Just sitting down to list this large Ant-Man Funko Pop. He's meant to be a bobblehead. He's got like a little spring on his head, but you can't really bobble his head because his head is quite large in proportion to his body, so his bobbling potential is limited. It may seem a little bit extra, but rather than just sticking this in like a dump bin and selling it as a loose figure, just loose, we do take the time to print it out on GIMP, a little label on our 6x4 printers, so we can have a nice little only cool stuff pre-owned tag with a description of exactly what the item is. So this is an Ant-Man, giant Ant-Man Funko Pop vinyl bobblehead number 135 loose, so people know what it is, what they're buying, and it just makes, I think, for a better buying experience. And we do quite well with our used items all nicely bagged up. I'll show you what it looks like once I've bagged it all up. And there we have the finished product ready to go out onto the shop floor. So being this is a Marvel affiliated type Funko Pop, we've got like a little Tony Stark there. He can just go and hang there with the rest of his Marvel buddies. Now I know that seems like a fair amount of work to do, especially when you're listing items for like a fiver in this case. But I've always had a thing about selling used products in the store. I think this just makes it bearable for me. It makes it nice to display. Customers really seem to respond to it being nicely packaged and displayed. And even when you go to somewhere like the car boot, I see sellers that are like toy dealers that take the time to bag up their toys, clean them up, bag them up, price them up. And obviously they must do well because they're there week after week selling. So why not adopt, if someone's willing to do that at a car boot stall, I think rather than just dumping a bunch of used toys in a bin and go here, have at it, I think it adds value to do that, I think. What do you think? Bit of a shop update. It's actually been surprisingly busy, which is nice. It started off that way, so but I didn't want to jinx it because we've had such a rough 2023 on the high street. It's actually really pleasant to have like a nice proper summer's day that we were expecting, like in the summer holidays. Summer holidays are just coming to a close, loads of families out and about, loads of tourists out and about, and it's been very good for me in the shop, so I'm really pleased about that. I've been getting on with as much photography as I can. I've actually I've actually gone back to using my camera, which I'm actually recording this on, to photograph my products. I was using my phone, but I just really don't like using a phone to take photos. I don't think they're very good in like ergonomics wise. There's nothing quite like holding a camera. Plus with the camera you've got, I know you've got pro modes on phones, etc., but it's easier. The dials are there. Once you set it, it's great. I just think it's a much quicker, nicer way of taking photographs. Personally, obviously, everyone has their own, opinions on that. Some people just love using their phones and then like uploading their photos wirelessly. Personally, I just like using a camera. Takes better photos in my opinion. I get better photos out of them. I've got more control. Blah 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 blah. Right. I've got to also talk about why have I decided to make like a shop video thing after such a long time of not making any videos. And I'll be honest, it's Brom Reseller. He visited the shop yesterday out of the blue. He was holidaying with his family around Blackpool area, and he, came out of his way. He was in, I don't know if it's out of his way, but yeah, it is out of his way. Because why else would you come to Garstang? I mean, apart from the roasting joint. But yeah, he came to Garstang. You know, he was holidaying with his family around Blackpool area, and he took the time out of that holiday to pop over and say hi. And I've got to say, guys, honestly, like, the geezer's a diamond, and he's a lovely, lovely guy. He's a complete gent, and I'm so grateful to have met him. He's completely genuine. I felt completely comfortable talking to him, and yeah, just great. And I'm going to be hopefully catching up with him again at the Manchester eBay Open thingy-majiggy, because I've decided to go to that. Beck and I will be going to that because you know, it's good to learn stuff and get good at eBay, because you know, like 10 years later I'm still not good at eBay. My next job is actually going to be going through this bag of Wii games. There's mostly nothing in there. I think there is, however, a copy of Mario Kart and Wii Party, I think it is, or whichever the one is, which sells for about 12 to 15. So those two I will list. The others I'm going to just probably figure something out. The reason why I'm never going to be able to keep this office tidy is because I keep on bringing stuff in. So I've just picked up this Ninja food processor with a bunch of blades. I've got a PA system as well. There's one of the speakers. There is another speaker there, and the actual main unit, which is a keyboard amplifier by a company called Talk. I believe I've seen that amp and that pair of Talk PA speakers fetch about 90 quid, so that's a really nice little pickup. So yeah, I've got all that to go through. There's like a laser level thingy-majiggy in there. Yeah, that's why it's never tidy. More stuff always coming in. Yogurt maker of all things, yogurt maker. I'm about to sit down and eat my second chicken burger of the day. I certainly should not be eating my second chicken burger of the day. I really do want to lose weight, and this is the wrong way to go about it as far as I know. Unless there's been advances in science that have revealed that chicken burgers, multiple of, are good for weight loss. I'm not going to be losing any weight anytime soon, which is disappointing because I want to. This has been a really random set of recordings, but it's the only way I can make myself record a video. What else? Oh, I'll be listing this. I don't know what, like, look at that little Deadpool. I don't know, I thought I'd just show you randomly. Oh, here's a cute little fairy as well, a little fairy thing. It was a good day of sales in the shop though, so I'm really happy about that. I'm going to now sit here and eat my burger, do that listing stuff I just chatted about for the next 50 minutes, and then I'll be going off to pick up Rebecca from work, and then we will spend some time in the evening. Don't know doing what, but we'll see. I might even see if I can convince her to go for a quick Deliveroo run, which will end up me eating more takeaway. So I really enjoyed doing it, but anyway,